श्री सुरेश प्रभु जी।
Sir, while I would like to support the spirit and the bill itself, I am a little bit amazed by the fact that the government has to think about such a novel idea only during the period when the parliament is not in session. Sir, I don't understand. So why the government wear the thinking cap only when the parliament is not in session? Sir, if something like this had to be introduced, I don't see any reason why across the political parties there is everybody supporting this. So why should you bring about an ordinance for this? And therefore something like this should now not become a practice. That ordinance will actually legislate, and the legislation, Parliament then will be told that we have made an ordinance, why don't you support it? So I think it is a good idea. I hope that in future the minister, who is very efficient, very dynamic, will also take Parliament more seriously and make sure that we will actually not legislate outside the Parliament but through the Parliament. Sir, rural telephony is a big challenge. In fact, for a country, the urban-rural divide itself is a challenge. Because while India continues to grow at 9%, close to that, there are areas which in fact are registering negative growth. There are villages which are now becoming distant than the cities. We used to always call that there are rich city cousins. But now we'll have to say that can we really call them cousins anymore? Because they look so distant. And therefore, it's about the time that we try to bridge this gap. And one of the best way to do that is through communication. And therefore, communication provider has to be incentivized to go to the rural areas. And therefore, the USO fund was really created. And therefore, the USO fund has to be used now for the rural areas. And that's why we are trying to introduce this legislation. I have supported. But while doing that, I would like to really request the minister to tell us that, while bringing the change in the legislation only enables you to use the fund for some purposes for which you are not able to do it before. But this is not a guarantee that the problems in rural areas will be solved totally. Sir, I represent a constituency which is 93% rural. There are 1,200 villages. There are several hamlets which are more than 6,000-7,000. And sir, each of the hamlet is like a village. What has happened is you are trying to say that we will meet the demand by such and such period. But how you actually estimate the demand? Sir, we have seen now the telecommunication department is refusing to accept applications unless there are more than 150 or 200 people coming in and saying that we would like to buy this. So tell me a village or a hamlet which has such a small population, the density, you want to increase the tele-density, but what about the density of population in certain parts of India which is not very high? How do you make sure that that demand will get registered as the demand to begin with? If it is not, then how will be catering to the demand? Your supply can follow when the demand is known. But here you are not able to capture the reality of demand, and therefore my first request to the minister would be that if you want a universal service obligation, universality demands that each and every person must have right to register himself as a potential consumer. If you are not doing that, USO will not really serve the purpose. So sir, first of all, let the minister assure the House that he will change the policy and make sure that anybody can go and register as a potential consumer for telecommunication services. If you do that, the concept of universality can really be implemented. So this is my first request, sir. So secondly, we are seeing that TRAI itself has said that only by 2010 will not be able to attain tele-density of more than 4%, even if your colleague from your state is very generous and gives you 30,000 crores. I hope he does that. And sir, if you are not going to get that budgetary support and you are going to solely depend on USO to meet the new demand as well as the existing one, I don't really see any way with which you can actually attain this target. So therefore, the law was not holding you back from bringing in this universal coverage of telecommunication services. It is something more than the law. So law, you have the support of the House, but I would like to also know from the communication as well as the finance minister together, because these are the days of convergence. I hope you converge in this objective of meeting universal demand by all the consumers in the shortest time. Are you going to provide the money? If the universal fund, USO fund is not enough to meet it, and therefore by what time you think you will be able to meet it? Because TRAI has already raised a cautious signal. They say it is not going to be possible. So thirdly, the issue I am just trying to flag off to find out is, are you really thinking about, see, one sector where the regulation has really succeeded is in telecommunication. Why it has succeeded? What is the measure of that success? Is the prices, the tariffs have fallen. That's something very good. If the consumer doesn't benefit and the sector is growing, there is something seriously wrong. But here is a sector in which consumers are also benefiting. Besides, of course, the telecom company benefiting. We have no problem with that. But here, are you thinking about, and I'm just raising an issue, I would like to know your views. Are you thinking about creating a regulatory framework exclusively dealing with more focus on rural areas? This is something which I'm thinking, because now the cross-subsidization is not something which you are contemplating. The USO is actually a separate fund which is going to be used by separate purposes, by separate institutions. So are you thinking about it? I would like to know. Because you are actually thinking about creating a passive infrastructure. What you are saying is, in the future, rather than we creating more and more towers, that one tower be shared by more than one service provider. So it's a good idea. This is prevalent in the US. It actually could reduce the cost eventually. But for that we need a strong regulation. It cannot happen if either the tower is the person who is going to create a tower infrastructure, the passive infrastructure as it is known, is not going to be regulated properly, at the same time not incentivized enough. But more than that, if more than one company has to share the same services, on what basis that is shared is an actually important issue. And therefore I am just thinking, are you thinking of making, sir, I am from rural area, you must give me
I know.
Sir, rural people don't get opportunity to speak. I am also from rural area.
Rural people stays in the urban
rural area,
that's also an issue.
So minister is from urban area.
Your 10 minutes are taken. Everybody is sympathetic for rural area, but that is starving still.
Yes, sir. Sir, the other issue
kindly conclude now.
is that while you are talking about now, there is a enabling, you are actually, this new amendment is wide enough to cover various services. Are you thinking of using USO fund? Because I think this is really required. We talked about convergence a little earlier. Don't just confine it now to rural telephony by way of saying that we'll give you mobile phones. Internet is as important. In fact, multimedia is important. It's not just voice that should be heard, but I hope it will be heard, because sometimes you provide and you don't hear. But it should be also data transfer, which also should happen at the same time. So are you thinking of using the USO for not just one, but multimedia, and also using it for internet and other connectivity? And sir, why this is important, why I am saying this? Because once you lay the infrastructure, it should be sufficient enough to capture and to make sure that all these issues are properly taken care of. So I hope the minister will be very unequivocal in saying that in future, irrespective of number of consumers coming forward to register the demand, he will actually do it, and therefore I request him to do that. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.